If you're anything like me and recently got into collecting fantasy action figures, you've been wanting some nice diorama pieces for your displays or your photos. And you've probably looked around and seen that they are all very expensive or require taking up a new type of hobby to make. What if I told you that there are some diorama sets available right now that are affordable? I'm going to show you what those are, where to get them, and how to fix my only problem with them. If that sounds interesting, stick around. So these are the Savage Stands and Deluxe Dungeon from Savage Crucible. Savage Crucible has been pumping out super cool fantasy figures for the past few years. We got some Lizardmen, we got some Barbarians, and we got Snake People coming up. They've also done some licensed collaborations like the Frazetta Warrior with Ball and Chain and the upcoming Elric of Melibene. Hope I said that right. Anyway, let's open these up. Oh dear. Whew, that was hard to do reaching over the camera. All right, we're gonna do value before handling because I think value is the most exciting part of these. So on the left here, we've got the Savage Stands, and then on the right, we have the Deluxe Dungeon. So the Savage Stands are 12 bucks and you get 4 of these pretty large stands, and you get foot pegs that can be used for attaching figures to the stand, or enough rocks to completely cover the holes if you just want to use them for diorama pieces. So yeah, if you just want your displays to have a stone floor, these are a good place to start. On top of that, each set comes with one of their random trading cards and blind bag weapons. So if you're trying to fill out your collection of those, this is the cheapest way to get as many draws as you possibly can. And then on the right, we have the Savage Dungeon, which is everything that's in the Savage Stands, plus a bunch of extras. You get this cool skull pile with a slot for a weapon, along with this broken sword. You can put pretty much any sword in there, which is great. Get this larger rock formation. Now this doesn't have a hole, so you can just kind of place it wherever. You get 2 real chain shackles with pegs, so you can have someone, chained to the floor. Pretty cool. 4 of these great little rats, which function as floor plugs. Very cool. Pretty nicely painted too. And a puppy. He's very poseable, lots of range in the head, and you can move his legs around a bit. Who's a good puppy? 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of these awesome skulls, a puddle of blood, some larger and different floor plugs, and of course everything that comes in the Savage Stands pack. You got the 4 bases, you got the foot pegs and the floor plugs, and the card and the weapon. The Savage Dungeon is $30, which is still cheaper than any of their figures, and you get a lot of cool stuff. Alright, for fun, let's open up these blind packages on camera. So, we got our first weapon here. Let's see what we got. Ooh. We got a set of daggers in the blue color. These are all weapons from the first wave, but they've had the blades, but the blades are translucent colored plastic. And you can actually check on the website the full range of what they are in case you are trying to be a crazy person and collect them all. Let's do the other one. Ooh, cool. I think I have this one. It is funny that it shows the blue light for this video and both the weapons are blue. Hold on. There, that might give you a better idea. Or, that? Nope. That? Nope. That? That? Well, it looks nice. It looks nice. And let's open the cards. Actually, might need... Oh, no, we got a little tear thing here. Let's carefully tear that. Oh, great. Alright, before I grab my scissors, we'll try the other one. Let's see. Let's see, the problem with this is that if you just tear straight on, you're going to tear the card, so you kind of got to have to work your way over the corner. There you go. There we go. Alright, what do we got? Okay, we got one of their barbarians, and the cool thing about these cards is they actually have like D&D stats on the back. I want to say 5th edition? And we've got the Face of Darkness. Let's see, what does this do? It is a heraldic mark. It's been a while since I played D&D, but yeah, that's the thing. These are in stock on the Savage Crucible website right now if you want to grab them. These I had pre-ordered, so those came in the first shipment, and I actually went back and ordered more from their in-stock sale. I'm not sponsored by Savage Crucible, although I would love to be. Are you enjoying the video? Then please consider subscribing, because once I hit 1,000 of those, I will be doing a collection tour video where I go through each and every one of my displays. Thank you so much for your consideration, and back to the video. Alright, let's talk about what it's like to actually put these things together and play with them. Now let's try actually putting one of these foot pegs in. So grab a stand, grab one of these sprues here, just give it a little twist. Comes right out, nice. Let's see how easy these are to plug in. Nice, that went in no problem. Let's try this out with my custom Savage Crucible Dragonborn. He's on a Savage Crucible body, so this foot peg should just go right in. Whew, that is not going in easy. So it's definitely the right size, but you'll probably have to heat up the feet a little bit to get them in there, but once you do, they will definitely stay. I personally don't plan on using these as stands, but if you want to do that, I think these will work great for that. I mean, you can see size-wise for the figure, it's pretty much perfect. We'll hold them up just fine. While I've got them out, let's try putting a different sword in that skull pile. Pop this out. This is a great accessory too if you want to show a character in like a desperate situation. So here's a much larger weapon. Bit of a tight fit, and this is on the thicker side, so I would imagine any of their slimmer swords will fit in just fine. Oh, here's a Mythic Legion sword. That slides right in. What else are you carrying, buddy? You got an axe. And since this slot is pretty big, you can just kind of wedge that in there. That's pretty cool. Oh, is there 2 slots? We got it. Oh, this one looks like it's actually made for axes. Blah. There we go. Cool. And I'm gonna guess any of these other plugs will go in just fine, but let's try them out. Yep. Got the rat. Got a skull. No problem. Everything just pops right in, which is great because I'm sure we're all sick of heating things up all the time, so it's nice that at least the accessories for these just pop right in. And let's try out these chains here. So we can pop this in, and then we gotta attach it to a figure. So this is a closed hole. So I'm guessing what you need to do is pop a hand off. Kinda line it up there. Line it up, put the hand back in. There you go. One prisoner, ready to go. So actually handling these, plugging stuff in, no problem. My only issue with this whole thing is that I wish these kind of like tiled together a little better. There's not like a clear, like, you would hope that like maybe the sculpt was done in such a way that these would somehow kind of snap together a little bit. So there's no clean way to do that, unfortunately, but I do have a solution, so let's move on to my favorite part of these videos. So if you want to tile these together for a display, a diorama, or something, what's the solution? Well, I've got some magnets. I'll put like an Amazon link or something for these in the description and pinned comment. I'm going to try out the affiliate thing, so if you click that, that'll help me out. So we got magnets, and we got this well-loved bottle of super glue. Let's see how it goes just gluing some magnets in. So far, this is the most seamless way I have found to arrange 8 of them, so let's put our magnets in with something like this in mind. These puppies are pretty strong, so they should still attract each other even through this like thick edge here. Let's see here. Yep, I found a pretty fun method for gluing these. First you get the glue where you want it, right about there. And then where there's already a magnet attached, you just kind of push the stands together. And there you go. That holds it in place and lets the glue dry. Nice. So yeah, once you do that, you got stands that go together. It's not the strongest hold or anything, but it will at least allow them to kind of stay in place. So if you want to scoot a group of them around, that's how you do it. So only slight hiccup with this is that you may end up creating some stands that push each other away. So these two snap together just fine. But if I try to put these two together, they push each other away. So if you're going to go this route, you may want to label them on the bottom or something. Alright, here's how I've ended up so far. I'm keeping these two pieces magnet free for now because I've got more of these coming in and may want to rearrange, but this star shape, or bow tie? Yeah, it's bow tie, I guess. This is holding together great, so I can just scoot this around without any concerns. And yeah, so now I'm going to flip this over and decorate it up, and we'll see how it looks with some figures. Alright, here it is all decorated up with a figure. I think it's looking pretty good. I would say, so this is again one pack of the Savage stands and one Deluxe dungeon. I think that works pretty well as a diorama for like maybe 2 to 3 characters. You know, once you start putting more on here, it might get a little crowded, but again, you know, if you're just using these as like a stand for a single figure, then they're perfect. Great size. And you can plug in the holes as much as you need to. That said, after putting everything in, I was a little disappointed that I couldn't plug all of the holes. I genuinely thought that there were enough little rocks and stuff to do that, but that's okay. It still looks really nice, and I'm very glad that I have one more Deluxe dungeon and 2 more Savage stands coming in the mail soon. I think that will help me have like basically a complete floor for any of my future fantasy figure reviews. They're going to look a lot cooler now and not on a silly table. Especially when you bring the camera down and actually use it as a floor instead of an above shot. I'm very happy with these. I'm going to be using them for photography, for my reviews, and again, they are super affordable and you can get them right now. So be sure to check the links in the description. There's not going to be putting it back in the case part of this video because I'm going to keep them on the table here for now. So thank you very much for watching, and be sure to check out my custom Dragon War review because he's on screen. Bye!